Cold detachment is the most underestimated, yet most destructive, force in an era obsessed with exposure and instant reaction. In a world where every opinion is spilled outward, every emotion demands an audience, and the smallest gesture is instantly recorded, true power lies in composure. The one who does not flinch, who does not chase, who does not reveal desire. That is the one who inspires real fear. This is not apathy. This is absolute control. Iron restraint. Overwhelming superiority disguised as a lack of interest. To be indifferent does not mean to feel nothing. It means choosing carefully what deserves a response, concealing intentions, remaining a mystery. Machiavelli understood the value of appearance. His prince was to maintain icy calm even amid collective madness. Because the moment others detect your anxiety, they gain leverage. But when they face emptiness, no need in your eyes, no worry on your face, no uncertainty in your voice, they lose their footing. They cannot grasp you. And what cannot be grasped becomes truly threatening. The indifferent man guards his power in silence. He speaks sparingly, moves precisely, does not pollute space with empty noise or expose his inner storms. There is discipline in him. Every action is calculated. While others rush, reacting to every insult, every rumor, every shift, he remains still. Not from weakness, but because he is analyzing, weighing, waiting. True power lies in becoming an unsolved riddle that disturbs others. Why does he remain calm? Why doesn't he take the bait? Why is he impossible to destabilize? Their confusion works for you. Their attempts to understand only strengthen your influence. The moment you stop chasing recognition, you become a magnet for attention. The universe is drawn to mystery. It rejects the obvious and craves the incomprehensible. Machiavelli warned against emotional exposure. A true strategist must conceal his designs. Indifference is the perfect camouflage. Not emptiness, but total mastery of self. Visible non-reaction paired with complete awareness. To think deeply while wearing a mask of detachment. To dominate while appearing uninvolved. Your apparent indifference sets the rules of the game. Others are forced to guess your motives, to speculate about your intentions. You leave them no clues, no footholds, no markers. They believe they are playing their own game, not realizing they have already become pawns in yours. By the time clarity arrives, their positions are fully exposed. Their cards are on the table. Yours remain hidden. This is the highest form of psychological dominance. The one who appears to need nothing eventually receives everything, because others, unsettled by your detachment, try to fill that void themselves. He does not replace action with frenzy, nor power with spectacle. His intervention is always timely, and therefore impossible to ignore. Respect cannot be begged for. Attention cannot be demanded. True strength needs no declaration. It speaks through calm certainty. Even when he feels genuine interest, he never reveals it prematurely. For him, emotions are a strategic resource, not loose change. The world bows before what it cannot fully comprehend, what it cannot control. That resistance is the essence of indifference as a weapon. He is the antithesis of the instant reaction age. A ghost at the center of the noise. The one who shows nothing yet notices everything. In a society where everyone fights to be heard, the greatest power belongs to the one who knows how to remain silent. If this idea overturns your understanding of confidence, pause. Indifference is not a mask of superiority. It is the consequence of clarity. The one who sees the full picture does not rush. He has calculated the outcomes, accepted what he controls, and released what he does not. The inner storm holds no power over him. Therefore, outwardly, he remains unshaken. His invulnerability lies not in immunity, but in absolute control over expression. Ordinary people expose their weaknesses voluntarily, through excessive explanations, nervous laughter, unnecessary confession. The master of indifference has turned restraint into armor. Behind it lies silent force. They crave approval before earning it. But the man of cold calculation lives by different laws. He does not search for eyes, does not adjust posture for external validation. He occupies space like an owner, because internally, he has already decided it belongs to him. This composure unsettles. It drives the restless insane. It exposes their insecurity. While everyone else is proving something, he proves nothing. He exists. And in a world addicted to attention, conflict, and emotional chaos, the one who refuses to play by shared rules cannot be ignored. Machiavelli taught, "It is not enough to be powerful. One must appear powerful." The same applies to inner balance. It is not enough to feel it. It must be displayed as detachment. Because perception shapes reality. If others believe you are in control, they treat you accordingly. If they think something does not affect you, they question their own position. You control perception by controlling your reactions. Indifference is not a costume, not a performance. It is the result of a mind that stopped chasing the empty, the reward for mastered impulses, for freedom from the hunger for attention, for understanding that haste is the enemy of real power. Those who rush surrender control. Those who pause rule. In restraint lives power. Silent, deep, growing stronger as you speak less, react less, and resist provocation. Each time you suppress an emotional impulse, you gain authority over yourself. Each time others reveal their cards while you remain opaque, you gain knowledge. And knowledge is the currency of true dominance. Let them call you cold. Let them accuse you of distance. The indifferent man does not care about judgment. He is not here to please. He is here to dominate. Victory, in Machiavelli's sense, is not possession. It is survival through superiority. Do not confuse indifference with inaction. This is patience with teeth. Disciplined detachment, sustainable only by those with iron will. His stance is clear. You do not intimidate me. I owe you nothing. I allow silence to speak for me. In every room, there is one who does not compete, does not argue, does not seize every opportunity. He does not waste words when silence is more valuable. That person owns the space. Because his energy is rare. His presence does not ask, it demands. The world pressures us to be louder, to constantly announce ourselves. But the truly strong do not need approval. They do not need to demonstrate power. It is obvious, without words. They carry their strength quietly. And when such silence enters a room, it is impossible not to feel it. Indifference is often mistaken for arrogance. But its foundation is not ego, it is mastery. Mastery of timing, presence, expression, the ability to feel deeply while remaining impenetrable, to be fully engaged while appearing completely detached. This illusion, the illusion of having no needs, creates invisible attraction. People are irresistibly drawn to what turns away from them. They obsess over what ignores them. Submit to what does not ask. This is the paradox of power. The less you reveal, the more they imagine. The less you pursue, the more you are pursued. The fewer words you use, the heavier each word becomes. The indifferent man is not silent due to lack of thought. He is silent because most things are not worth discussion. He does not dilute his presence with constant availability. He waits. He appears only when it matters. And when he does, everyone notices. Machiavelli observed, "The appearance of virtue is more useful than virtue itself." So too, the appearance of indifference is stronger than true disinterest. The one who feels nothing is numb, and numbness is weakness. But the one who feels everything and filters it through iron discipline is invulnerable. He can face chaos, insult, temptation, and still choose silence. You owe no one your emotions. You owe the world no vulnerability. To be indifferent is to declare, "I decide what matters. I choose what enters my world. I control when I speak, and when I remain silent." This is the root of true confidence. Silence is your weapon. Not shouting. Not argument. Composure, on your terms. Watch how people unravel in your silence. How they rush to fill the void. How they expose themselves, unable to endure not knowing your thoughts. You stay quiet. They reveal everything. This is not manipulation. This is command of the emotional battlefield. When an aggressor meets your calm, his anger loses footing. When an insult meets a wall of ice, the attacker feels discomfort. When resistance gets no response, doubt creeps in. This is how influence is forged, not through brute force, but through iron restraint. The one who does not flinch earned this mastery over years. Battles fought alone. Demons faced in silence. Reaction is instinct. Response is privilege. The indifferent man lives in deliberate choice. He knows his worth. So he does not rush. He understands his power. So he does not chase. He does not sell himself cheaply. This confidence requires no fanfare. It is felt in posture, in gaze, never displayed. The real test is enduring misunderstanding. Keeping a stone face while being underestimated. Refusing immediate validation. Concealing plans when ego demands applause. This is the price of power. Discipline of those who rule without words. The world will provoke you. Demand reactions. Force explanations. The true test is not how fiercely you respond, but whether you can pass through it all unshaken. That is what they remember. Not your words, your calm. Indifference is cultivated, not given. Through patience, pain, deliberate effort. True power is silent. It does not explain, does not seek applause, does not need confirmation. It simply is. Unshakable, conscious, final. This is the essence of true indifference. Not coldness, but control so deep that no external storm can move you. Not absence of emotion, but discipline. And discipline is the highest form of self-respect. Remember, indifference is earned. Stay indifferent, not to appear strong, but because you have become it.